Hey guys, we're back with some more Ace Attorney. Let's get to it, yeah? Don't know anything about that there, nor his nose board. Just wipe my hand on it, that's all. I'm like really hungry, but I want to finish this part of the trial at least today. So I gotta do that before I eat. Don't look at me, I haven't got a clue about it. I was doing business with some second years at the time. Second years? What is that slang for? Don't know anything about anything. Just a bystander, me. Just a sign of the crossroads of life. That's the Reaper, I bet. He's got a face that screams bored. Can't see how this changes anything anyway. Detective Stone died when he heard the gunshot. Okay, that's a line. None of you can elaborate further. That was so chaotic I didn't process anything of what they said. I don't know what to press. Shaken by the crime they witnessed, with only the light of a few candles and an oil lamp by which to see. We can't expect these witnesses to be able to give a more precise account of what happened. That's right! Yeah, don't pay to expect too much. It's a man's endless quest for knowledge that's destroying the world. That's what I think. Here we go. Really. In any case, as this testimony shows, even if the notice board is moved by somebody following the incident, it makes no difference. When the gunshot rang out, the accused was the only person at the scene. In short, the only person who could have possibly committed this crime is Barry Zeeks. None of this wrangling over the board changes that simple fact. Quite so, quite so. Does the defense still wish to cross-examine them? Yeah. Most certainly, my lord. Very well. You may proceed, counsel. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about that other notice board. Just wipe my hand, that's all. Don't look at me. Wait, hold on. Okay. Is that like your... Yeah, that's your... Okay. It's hard to tell. That's your skirt. That's not like her, like, lifting her shoe up or something. I haven't got a clue about it. I was doing business with some second years. What is the second year? We were selling the fireworks? Yeah, what else? It's a priory school just around the corner, see? So is that like middle school? Cheeky little so-and-sos have got a plan to blow their school to kingdom come. And you're enabling them. You're telling on them. Letting their teachers know, oh hey, she's a nice girl! After she sells them fireworks, right? Yeah? Yeah, wouldn't want anyone to get hurt. That's bad for business. Let the school know the kids are playing with the dodgy toys. Praise the Lord, the teachers take all the fireworks off them. And then, praise the Lord again, kids all come back to me to buy more. Everyone's happy, see? What a racket. Of course, sometimes the teachers give me a little bonus to thank me for the no. It's a busy old life. What was that noise? You guys are lucky. Venus is a guileful goddess indeed. Oh, okay, there we go. Bare-faced lies is kind of my thing, really? What's that for? That hurt.
Excuse me.
Oh god, I'm so hungry. Something wrong, Mr. Sandwich? Don't say sandwich! If I said it was, could we just leave it at that? That'd be the end of it? No. Did Miss Venus' statement... Well, if Beeple's the one who did it, he's being awfully helpful, is the thing. But Venus was off getting the police. Philosophical thoughts. Deep philosophical thoughts. Let's just say, there's a great liar. And a great liar said without batting an eye. Telling barefaced lies is kind of my thing. I'm ever so good at it. But those words of hers be a lie too? Or the truth? In which case, she's not a liar. Ooh, it's a hellish paradox, that one. Don't you think? Seems to me you're suggesting she's been lying. Are you? What are you on about, old man? Trying to cause trouble, are you? Keep it on like that. I'll wrap your whole body in firecrackers and set them off. I'll give you something to tremble about. I can fix her. You have a startlingly disturbing mind behind that sweet and innocent face, young lady. So Miss Venus has lied in her testimony. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Sandwich? Did she not immediately go get the police? If it means I'll be burning in hellfire for the rest of my days, so be it. That's what I'm saying. Can you elaborate, please, sir? Old blabbermouth here headed for the room where the gunshot seemed to come from. There was someone else who crept up the stairs behind him, too. What? That's right! That rotten liar over there! So, hold on. So she did enter the room. Do you mean to say that you did, in fact, betake yourself to the scene of the crime after all? What did I tell you, eh? Said I was gonna tell him barefaced lies, didn't I? Yes, you mentioned it. Well, that revelation rocked the whole courtroom, didn't it? Who knew firecrackers packed such a punch? You did indeed visit the scene of the crime. Good grief! Well, now you come to mention it. Suppose, perhaps, I do clearly remember climbing the stairs to the room, yeah? Either you clearly remember it or you don't! Consider a fitting punishment for this perjurious act later. For the time being, you'll immediately amend your testimony to reflect the truth. Oh yes, my lord, of course. If I did sneak along behind Gossip and have a little peek in the room where it all happened, does that immediately let us present anything? Immediately? I don't think so.
Hold it!
I think we have to press something else to get a piece of evidence. Make a habit of lying, do you? Suppose so. I don't really know, to be fair. Your advice, though, take everything I say with a big pinch of salt. Alright, you did in fact go into the room where the victim was killed. Oh, please, as if I would. Can't think of anything more terrifying. The truth, please. Alright, just a bit then. I mean, girl my age is curious about stuff, you know? You touch anything at the scene? Oh, please, as if I would. And there's a dead body on the floor. The truth, please. Alright, just a bit then. I had to look to see if there's anything I could sell. So I did give the place a once-over. Nothing to write all about. Right. As I did to ask, but you didn't move the notice board by any chance, did you? Oh, please! If I touch anything like that. Just a few bits of loose change is all I had. The truth, please. Alright then. Now there might be something worth having underneath it. Blasted the flippin' thing. Sorry, flip the blasted thing. Oh, is this really just the end of the cross-examination like that? I didn't expect to get anything from this press. You're telling us that you did move that board? The truth, please. I think that did slip out, didn't it? What? You daft barn pot! I don't believe it. The girl doesn't think. I can fix her. Did you find anything then? Something that might have taken, perhaps? To sell? That you might have taken. Oh, please, I should be so lucky. The truth, now! I might have found this old pocket watch under the notice board, I suppose. But a junk like this can't be worth... Ah! Hey, Juno. It was you, was it? You're the one what took it. Oh no, the orphan girl versus poor girl fight. The world will never be the same. Gina? Young lady, may I remind you where you are? That watch there. That's the present to Inspector Gregson from the yard for a big case he solved 10 years ago. Ooh. The professor case, no doubt. The boss used to wind it up every evening without fail when he was waiting for his grub to come at the pub. I see. I swiped it off him once, and blimey was he upset. Gave me a right earful. That he hadn't missed a day in the last 10 years, polishing and winding it. Meant the world to him, that watch did. Possibly not the best thing to go diving for. And actually, the bullet hit the watch, and that's why he's still alive. Done all that though. Took it to Jabez's the night to ask how much it was worth. The old dealer wouldn't touch it. Wouldn't give me a penny for it. Said it wasn't working. Knocked about and worthless, he called it. Ah, I knew I should have lifted it. What's with that pose? That watch must be submitted as evidence at once. Oh, please. Just so long as he promised to give it back when we're done. Not a chance. Swipe it off you if you try to get your grubbing mitts on it again. That's enough. Hand the watch over to the bailiff forthwith. Now, children. Watch your manners. Good lord! Glass appears to be broken! More than likely, it shattered when the inspector was shot. Doesn't tick anymore either. Which is why Jabez didn't want it. What a waste, eh? Yes, indeed. Appears to have stopped at the hour of 5. Exactly when the gunshot was heard, then. Supports the prosecution's claims, of course. Unless it was early. Had he been to the pub yet today? But let's give this a look-see. Anything on the back or the front? No. That is exactly 5. That is weird coincidence. Glass over the face really is badly cracked. Look. What a shame when he's clearly looked after it so carefully. You think Mr. Sholmes could repair it? I think so. He's very adept at things like this. Useful man to have around. Can't remember he's a great detective, and an odd job man. Anything for money. The top bit is broken off. Will you wind it? Tiny little stub sticking out. I must run a little knob. In that case, seeing as we know the inspector took such good care of this watch, probably broke when the incident occurred, didn't it? Of course. Which could mean that there's a small part of the watch still at the scene, maybe. And what is that for? A Pokeball? Small little keyhole here, can you see? Probably for the winder used to wind up the mechanism. Oh, the knob is for... Okay. Looks a little unusual, don't you think? You should need the right key to rewind it, I imagine. I've never had a watch I needed to wind. I had one that was like, you know, digital or something, and had a battery. So I just set the time. Why do I feel as though I've seen something? Something a bit like a key about the right size to fit in this hole. Have we? The little policeman guy? That's the only thing that comes to mind. Is there... his nose? The helmet appears a little worse for wear. I don't think the nose would fit. Just... oh wait, what? Oh! Okay, I missed that the first time around. Used to be some sort of key. Okay. Let's just examine this just in case, even though we already got the updated text. It can be the key for the watch? It could be! Let's try it for... okay. Oh yeah, the watch works again. A perfect fit! Inspector's watch has started going again. It's obviously just not been wound up, that's all. What is it, Miss Susanoo? The watch isn't actually broken after all. It can have profound implications. Okay, that's just when it's... he just forgot to wind it up and didn't actually break it by. She's deep in thought now. So I better start thinking deeply too. So the fall didn't break it. Doesn't that just mean it's irrelevant, or is there's something deeper there? I don't know. The mystery of the moving notice board has been solved, at least. It's predicted and had very little bearing on the case. Now then, continue with your cross-examination, Counsel. Have they mentioned the time at all? Just a bystander, just a sign of the crossroads of life. It's the Reaper. He's got a face that screams bored. Detective still died when we heard the gunshot. Can we present the watch at that? I don't see the logic. Okay, so we're presuming that Gregson died in the 15-minute period before Van Zeke showed up, right? There were 2 gunshots, one that wasn't heard, maybe because it was like at point-blank range, and like the first thing I think of was in Telltale's The Walking Dead. I don't know how accurate this is, but they put like a gun against a pillow and shoot, and it doesn't make any sound. Is that how guns work? I don't know, but it happened in a game, so I'm treating that as fact, right? So they covered up the gunshot sound, right? Let's say at 4:50. 10, you know, they leave the scene. 10 minutes later, Van Zeke gets there. Although when did Gregson get to the scene? Because they saw the redheaded guy in Van Zeke's, presumably Van Zeke's. Or maybe they didn't see Bansley's get there at all. Well, no, because... Yeah, Gregson would have been there earlier? Or he came in like the back or something. I don't know. Let's just try presenting it.
Objection.
Okay. Afraid that's not necessarily the case. Oh. The scene? We found this key to the winder. A key? And having wound the pocket watch, we discovered it still in fact works. The watch didn't stop because it was broken at all. That fact completely undermines one of the most fundamental premises on which this entire case has been built. What? Order! 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 Council! The watch was stopped at almost exactly 5 o'clock. Which is when we heard that gunshot. It is exactly the hour. The time that is showing on the watch shows us nothing other than when it was wound down. It's merely a coincidence that it happened to be at 5 o'clock. Do you think, like a random theory, if Venus isn't evil, you think this guy's a teacher? Because he could have confiscated the fireworks and then, yeah, maybe.
Objection.
Even if that's true, the 3 witnesses here all heard the gunshot at 5 o'clock. That's obviously when this crime was committed.
Objection.
That doesn't hold. Why not? Recall what Inspector Lestrade said only moments ago. Boss used to wind it up every evening without fail, waiting for grub, but he hadn't missed a day in the last 10 years, polishing and winding it. And the oil drill not watched it. The victim had in the habit of winding his watch once a day, in the evening. We can reasonably assume, therefore, that he wound the timepiece on the evening before he died as well. Yes, that would be entirely reasonable. But if that's the case, we wouldn't expect the watch to have completely wound down by 5 o'clock the following day. I don't get what this means. He unwound it? Oi! How do you explain it then? Has he been dead for more than a day? The evening before the day of the incident, when the gunshot rang out in that room, the inspector was already unable to wind his watch. You can't mean. What would stop a man winding his watch if he's been in the habit of winding it every single evening for 10 years? The obvious answer is that he was already dead. Order! Order! Council! That is a most extraordinary claim.
Objection.
Extraordinary isn't the word. It's absurd. Your claim was he was already dead the night before? Do you really think that Scotland Yard's coroner would have overlooked something like that? Ah, well, I mean, the last coroner... On that subject, there's something rather surprising. It's actually an omission on the coroner's report. Oh, was it omitted? Time of death is not noted. That's right! Wait a minute. Forgetting that my legs went from under me when I kicked the door in. What do you mean? Like I said, I planted my hand in the dirty great puddle of blood. Yes, the victim's blood hadn't dried. It was fresh. He catches on fast, doesn't he?
Objection.
That blood could be explained in any number of ways. It could have been put there afterwards. The fresh blood could have been blended. Does my learned friend think that? Yeah, don't take after Dracula. Think that fresh blood is available on every street corner? Ah. Well, it needn't necessarily have been human blood, of course. We've been told previously that Scotland Yard has no way to identify blood as human. The problem is currently being researched. At present, you're correct. It's beyond our abilities. When were we told that? I don't remember that being brought up. Was it last case or this case? A chicken's blood could have been used, for example. Certainly a possibility it wasn't the inspector's blood at all. Has that happened in Sherlock Holmes? I feel like that's a common mystery trope, even though I can't think of a time it's been used.
Objection.
The gunshot was heard at 5 o'clock that afternoon. That's beyond question. Is it, though? What? Given that the time of death of the victim has already been called into question, it isn't beyond the realm of possibility that these witnesses heard wasn't a gunshot at all. Oh, please, what are you trying to say? Us a lot know what we heard. It was a loud bang that came from that there room. Now you listen to me. Hey, what did the fireplace look like in the room? Was it all blackened? I don't remember is the thing. Street seller's ears are his livelihood. I don't doubt your ears, sir. All you can state with certainty is that you heard a noise. Eh? Explain yourself then, counsel. A noise that sounds like a gunshot could have been made with fireworks. Something like this. Culprit could have set off one of these to pick a gunshot. Good gracious! The very fireworks that are sold by the witness? No, not a minute. You said I did it? My pretty little firecrackers can only make a little pop anyway. See? Not 100 of them together. The Venus special that you sell for 600 pennies sounds like this. As the court can now attest, sounds very much like a gunshot, in fact. Did he pay her 600 pennies? Ah! Oh, did she make a cute anime noise there? Oh, wow, 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 wow. Should I suggest that somebody set up one of these fireworks off at the scene? Suggesting that somebody knew the defendant was in the room at 5 that day, set to implicate him by creating a sound like a gunshot for those peddlers on Fresno Street to hear. Objection. But even the accuser himself has testified that he saw no one else in the room at the time. Whether it was a gunshot or a firecracker, the only person present to cause that bang was Barrett Van Zeeks. One whiff of a match and my firecrackers go pop. See? That's why people like him. And they didn't even have to be in that room. It could have been anywhere in that building. Free for your fingers, young lady. Objection! Recently, during my time here in Britain, I've learned of a very useful invention indeed. Something called a, time bomb! Good heavens, a bomb! That works too. Device that allows you to blow up whatever you like, whenever you like. Mr. Narihono, worry that your unfortunate phrasing there may lead to yet another international incident. No, wait! It's the whenever you like part that's important. A time device. I feel like there's a joke there, but I don't know how to make it, so I'm not gonna make it. Yes, exactly! A time device! Something of that nature could have been planted at the scene. A device that was able to produce the sound of a gunshot long after the culprit had left. Your extravagant claim has been substantiated with evidence, counsel. What proof do you have to suggest in any way that a time device was employed to create a gunshot? Oh, do we have something? We've got something. We've got something. The candle? Was it not a bullet that hit it? What, is it the candle? Is there anything? Oh, the fuck? Is it the candle? Take that! So it wasn't in the fireplace, it was by the window. The court has already discussed the tip of one of these candles in the candelabrum. I'm saying it right? It's been blown off. Indeed, it was struck by the bullet. I don't think that's possible, my lord. Wait, have we not recovered the bullet yet then? I just kind of assumed, you know, autopsy people found it in the candle. Not possible. Why? Because of the scorching. There are gunpowder scorch marks clearly visible on the broken candle. Why? Goodness, yes! But is that not the case? There are also scorching on the victim around the bullet entry wound? That's right, there was. That means it's not point blank, as we heard earlier. Scorching like that only occurs when the target is at very close range, matter of centimeters from the gun. Ah! Which means, the scorching on the candle can't possibly be a result of the gunshot. Oh, okay, so that's the bullet. But you're suggesting it came from the fireworks? How can that be, eh? The fact that there's such visible scorching on the candle suggests that the fireworks must have been right next to it when they exploded. Or to put it another way, the candle and the firecrackers were joined together. Oh! Okay, that's a smart way of doing it. Culprit somehow touched the firecrackers at a point partway down the candle. After the killer had left the scene, the candle slowly burnt down along the other two, till eventually it ignited the fuse of the firecrackers, generating a loud bang. Oh, Gina's gone? That is how these three witnesses came to believe they'd heard a gunshot at 5 o'clock. Well, What a plot. This implies that the victim could have died earlier than we've been led to believe. The previous day, even. Well, someone started to light the candles. Oh, dear horses! Yeah, hold me, please. I'm scared. All us lot here saw the victim go into the building, remember? I couldn't forget that flame-colored hair, even if I wanted to. The person you saw entering the building wasn't the victim at all. Consider this. Obviously, anybody can wear a wig. The person that these witnesses saw entering the building 15 minutes before the incident occurred could easily have been someone else entirely wearing the red hair. I don't like this. Think about who else had red hair that day. Wait, what time did Sholmes have blue hair? What time did Please don't let it be Sholmes. Somebody else? Do you mean to say? It's the same person who contrived the firecracker trick. In other words, Inspector Gregson's killer. Who was that? Kazuma, I want to predict that smile. Very impressive. Yunosuke Naruhodo. Oh no, use her full name. Why is he looking at us like that? Kazuma? I'm really quite amazed you've come this far. After all, wasn't I the one who told you that you had all the makings of a great defense lawyer? Thanks, buddy. I also noted the lack of a time of death in this report. A stark omission. But as far as I'm concerned, this whole country's justice system leaves a lot to be desired. Hey, maybe not in front of the judge and the entire judiciary of the country. Order! Order! Prosecutor Asuki, what on earth do you mean by that statement? I hear that many of the leading members of the British judiciary are present to observe this trial today. So we cannot allow even the slightest doubt to be overlooked. The defense's assertion about the time of death based on the victim's stopwatch is just conjecture. But, while the possibility exists that my learned friend may be correct, we have a duty to explore it. Well, certainly. I would agree with you. What immediately comes to mind is, of course, what was Inspector Gregson doing? Where did he go on the day before the incident? Do you know? It kind of feels like it's setting us up to go into another investigation. But I swear I read on the guide, like I didn't mean to look, but trial part 2. Inspector always carries out his investigative work alone. His movements were treated as confidential within Scotland Yard. Well, there's one person who might have an idea, even within the Yard. However, considering the evidence we've been presented with so far, it's fairly apparent what case the man was pursuing. Wouldn't you agree, my learned friend? I do have a feeling about the case he might have been investigating. I agree. Surely. My lord! The defense believes it can explain to the court a case that was being investigated by Inspector Gregson at the time of his death. Very well, counsel. Present your argument to the court. What evidence is suggestive of the case being investigated? Is it the wig? The Reaper and the... Is it this? I feel like he's not the prosecutor or the Reaper. I feel like that's bait. I feel like the notice board is bait right now. Because this wasn't Gregson's apartment, I think. Maybe? Okay, I'm looking. No, I'm presenting this. It's this, I swear, it's this. Oh, dang it. Kazuma, why? Wait, did he hit us with Karyuma? You just got Karyuma on me, my friend? Is it the notice board then? Like, I feel...
Take that!
Oh! What is it then? No, I'm stupid? Is it the red-headed league? Is it the wig? The wig was my first thought. It better not be the wig. Or it could be the follow-up. But
Take that!
believe that this red hairpiece points to the answer. We might assume it's part of a disguise used to carry out an undercover investigation. Surely not. Such a brightly colored hairpiece would only serve to make the inspector more noticeable. That's quite true. It would definitely made him stand out in a crowd. Except, that is, in a crowd of gentlemen from the Red-Headed League. The Red-Headed League? So, you've already worked it out. What on earth is this all about? Is there such an extraordinary League of Gentlemen? The Red-Headed League is currently under investigation for a grand deception. Deception of what nature, Council? We've been targeting red-headed men all across all of London, checking them out of small sums of money. 2 men were arrested for a misdemeanor only yesterday, in fact, the one we saw with Sholmes. My lord, the defense calls for these 2 men to be summoned at once. 2 redheads? Inspector Grayson clearly infiltrated the Red-Headed League using this hairpiece. It's very likely he had direct contact with these criminals. It's quite possible that such contact led to more serious events. I concur that we cannot in good conscience leave this new avenue unexplored. Well done, Mr. Naruhodo. It's another possible line of inquiry for us, at least. Prosecution will make immediate arrangements for the charged men to appear. Bring these 2 Red-Headed League conspirators before us, me, Prosecutor Asoki. At once, my lord. Very good. We'll have a 30-minute recess. Court is adjourned. 30 minutes? Should I do the... No, I'll stop there. I'll stop there. Okay. We're finally getting into, like... Feels like we're finally starting the case, right? Like, we've had this red-headed stuff dangled before us for however long now. And 1. Okay. Next time, we'll get to it. Oh, jeez, it's been over a month since we're in the middle of... Jeez. Oh, I guess I did take a 2-week break, didn't I? Okay, I'm not that bad. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.